What's up, Cowboy Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Chaney Cowboys football team all season long, and proud to be a part of Chaney football. Coach's Corner, sponsored by Hackett's. We're proud to have them on board. I'll talk with Coach about that here shortly, but proud to be joined by the first-year head coach, Seth Antram. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk first year. You were over at Boardman last year, did a good job. You were an assistant at Chaney the year before. The opportunity to go back and coach Chaney, I know, was exciting for you. Talk about how that's been and how the summer has gone.
It's gone real well. It was nice to step back to, back to Chaney and back with some of them pretty familiar faces. Some of these guys I had in junior high, and obviously, coached them for 2 or 3 years before I went over to Boardman. But it's been good, being back around that original crew, kind of. Feel like we put a pretty solid staff together that, is going to work well with the kids and be on the same page and kind of implement what we're trying to do. But it's been real good. The kids have been receptive with everything, and they're working.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for. The kids working. You talked about the staff. Let's give your staff a shout out. Talking about those guys a little bit before we get into this Chaney Cowboy team.
Okay. So John Thompson he's our defensive coordinator. He was here when I was here before. Worked with the D-line and linebackers. John Kopp will be working with the secondary. Brandon Dotson was here when I was here before. Worked with the D-line. He'll be working with those guys again. A guy, kind of a Youngstown familiar face that we brought on was Eddie Driscoll. He's going to be helping with our linebackers. He was at Valley Christian for a little bit, Mooney for 1 year, a couple years ago. Excuse me. Mike Rudloff, he also coached at Valley for a little bit. He's helping our D-line a little bit and our JV offensive line. Bob Toth came over, with me from Boardman. He's working with our O-line here. Dom Thomas was a guy that worked with our junior high. He's working with our running backs. Trying to think, we have quite a few. I don't want to leave anybody out. A key one for me working with our receivers is Darian Townsend that played at YSU, was at Boardman with us. He was able to come over also. Who am I forgetting? I said DT. I think that's it.
That's it. Well, shout out to those guys for all they do. First of all, let's Cowboy Nation. I know the West Side is excited, Coach. I talked with you off air. Hackett's we'll be going to on Wednesday nights. They're going to help us with the player profiles and the coaches' corners for you and the kids. How special is that for you to have a West Side connection to help your football team and program and also help kids? Yeah, no, it's huge. We've had quite a few businesses kind of step up with us over the last couple of years. We're in a situation where we could really use some of that help. Dan over at Hackett's has been one of them that's helped with some team feeds. He's, sponsored some stuff with rugby and helped us out with football. It's kind of nice to give back to him a little bit, and he supported us and kind of give it back to him a little bit. Well, we're excited to go over there next week. I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited for you. I really am. I know, we talked tough decisions, no doubt. But in my opinion, I feel like you're at the place you're supposed to be to help this young group of kids. I have a close relationship with Chris that bonded through you. I don't think people understand how important city-school relationships are for these kids that go through day-to-day type activities that most teams that we cover, and that's no disrespect to all the other schools we cover, but a lot of these kids, football is a key to keep them going and get them where they need to be. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah, no. Coaching in general is a 24/7, 365 job, but here it's, Coach Chris preached it, when he was here. It's just so much more than football for these guys, and trying to get them down the right path through football, using football to kind of make that connection. And I'm fortunate, like I said, those guys I mentioned, staff. You there? Yep.
Okay, sorry, I got a phone call.
Okay.
I'm fortunate a lot of our staff understands that situation.
Sure. His phone was ringing. You may have to send him another one. Seth Antram. He coming back on.
You there?
I'm
Our
here.
AD keeps calling.
ADs are supposed to.
You got me.
Quality this call. I got you.
He didn't answer when I called him, but he calls me back twice.
Hey, some athletic directors are a little more busy than the head coach. No, those are big things, and I wanted to stress that because I enjoy interviewing your kids every week and Chaney kids and talking to them. That's why I think you're the right man in the right spot. Let's talk with Coach Antram, Coach's Corner, sponsored by Hackett's. Looking forward to having them be a part of YSN, go over there next week and get a Coach's Corner and some player profiles. Let's jump into this group, Chaney Cowboys 2022. A big-time name that I'm proud to say, Jason Hewlett, back from injury. Talk about this football team a little bit.
We have quite a few letter winners back. Probably the most well-known is Jay, especially back off that injury, knock on wood. But he's done it every year at the varsity level, freshman on up through basketball, football, done well in track also. He's a Cincy commit that's going to do very well there. But he's just, one of the many. DJ Waller's another great player, committed to Toledo. Going to play some receiver for us, and safety and free safety and will linebacker probably. What we do, we have a real good group of seniors in general. Jaheim Jackson up on the line, Jawan Freeman. Probably doesn't get enough attention, but he's been a kid since his freshman year that played O-line for us. When I was here, we were just trying to put an offense together, originally established one. He kind of bit the bullet as a freshman and played line for us, trimmed up, played running back, and now he's played linebacker and defensive end for us, just kind of a hard-nosed old school football guy that'll do what the team needs. Sayon Ivy right now is a junior that's been playing well on the line for us. Rolando Bruno is another senior lineman. Running back wise, we have Coach Chris's nephew, Jason Emil Austin, that showed a lot of good things on film last year, and I think really this year with some things we're doing could really pop for some guys and really be beneficial to us.
Yeah, that's going to be a good offense, electric offense for sure. Let's talk a little defense. How's this defense for this Chaney Cowboys as you prepare for a good Poland team, which we'll get into?
We're still ironing some things out, but we're definitely athletic on that side of the ball. I think as we go throughout the course of the year, we'll be able to move up front a little more. But right now we're kind of sticking with our base package, and we're going to blitz a little bit, and especially this week, I expect Poland to be in some heavier packages and stuff. So our Will and our two safeties are going to be playing in the box a little bit against what they do, but we have a chance to really be good on that side of the ball when things start coming together.
Thursday night, tomorrow night, Chaney will head over to Poland. Talk about for this Cowboy Nation what to expect from this Poland football team as you will go over there and open up tomorrow night. Exciting times.
Yeah, Poland's going to be Poland. I mean, they're going to be physical up front. They have some size. They have both sides of the ball, and they're obviously well-coached, disciplined football team. We're going to have to minimize mistakes to be able to compete with what they do and, how they play the game. And they still, with that, they still have some athletes out there. I'm not sure which guy they're going to go with quarterback yet. But, they've shown on film being successful throwing the ball and running some jets and getting the ball on the perimeter also. But, I feel like their bread and butter is going to be power and GT counter and, what Poland does.
Well, we're excited to be a part of Chaney football season all season long. We'll have the game for you tomorrow night on YSN. Look forward to that. Coach, I look forward to this every week. I've developed a great relationship with you. Proud to be a part now of your Chaney football program. For everyone at Chaney, I ask this every year, Coach Antram's keys to a big victory over at Poland tomorrow night.
Right now, game one, like I think I said this last year, game one, any doesn't matter what teams are, it's eliminate, minimize mistakes. We got to get lined up right on defense, get our calls in. We got to be sure tacklers. Offensively, we got to take care of the ball. I feel like we're going to have some opportunities to get our athletes the ball in space, but we got to take care of the ball.
That's it. Taking care of the ball in week one. All the unknowns are a part of and make what high school season's all about in week one. Best of luck tomorrow night to all of you. Look forward to a season with the Chaney Cowboys, getting the opportunity to meet and talk with some of your kids at Hackett's. Can't thank them enough. And we wish you the best of luck tomorrow night over Poland. We'll talk with you next week.
Sounds great. Thank you.